What it do, y'all? Welcome to my channel. It is me, 𝐂𝐓 Beauty and Writing, and today is another writing vlog. I am working on my debut novel called Project.HECATOMB. 𝐂𝐔𝐑𝐄𝐓 is a adult dark fantasy novel, and it's going really great. It's going really great. I've completed so far my first draft, and I've started working on draft 2, but I decided to halt on that and start to replot everything that I already have, just because I wanted a better structure, deepening character development, and also deepening the story. So I have some really exciting news to share with you all. I'm so excited. So when I went to the coffee shop and I went to the coffee shop. So it took two coffee shop runs, right? And I know I'm sitting a little off centered. I know that it's just the camera angle, but I found the theme for my book, and once I am done plotting, that's when I'll feel like I'll be able to share just a little bit more insight of what Project.HECATOMB is about. Finally finding the true theme of Project.HECATOMB. I found that at my last at my last coffee shop writing session, I found that theme. I mean, I've always had the theme. I just couldn't pinpoint the theme to exactly what I am trying to bring forth in this creative writing project. I'm glad that I was able to find that. So I wanted to show you all that I am using ellipsis platform, and I see that in the themes that they have added on some additional color schemes, which is so exciting just because it makes writing just one little tad bit more better. So typically I like to use not the Wicked Fog, but there is a purple one. Oh, I think, was it Labyrinth? I don't know. Either way, but they added on a couple new features on here. It's so pretty. I know it's not really about that, but when you're writing up late at night, I like to use the dark or ultra dark theme, and it's just so pretty that they just added these features on here. Let me try. There was one I just seen that I thought was really. Oh wait, here go Resistance. That is so pretty, so pretty. I love that. So I'm going to use the retrograde one here for today. I know that, it's not really big of a deal, but I really like it a lot. And if anybody is interested in it, Ellipsis, it is a free writing platform. It is AI free. So that means no AI features are on this platform, which I really like a lot. So I was using Google Docs at first to do my writing, but I wanted to use a platform that was AI free. So I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, friends. So I have a major, and I mean major, update to share with you all. If you watch my other vlogs, like y'all, I'm just a mess, right? So if you watch my other vlogs, you would have seen that, or know that I've told you all that I've already completed a act structure for my book. And I just let me just be honest with y'all. I be doing too much doom scrolling. I be doom scrolling on YouTube, just trying to figure it all out, right? And so I got influenced and looked at Save the Cat arc structure, and come to find out, y'all, like I just be doing the most. So I'm just gonna scratch it on using Save the Cat, because that's not what I was doing beforehand. And why do I need to restructure my book when I've already been following an act structure? And the reason why I started to look at other arc structures is because my story seemed flat, and I thought it was because of the arc structure I chose, but it's not because of the arc structure. Like I was trying not to save the cat, and I honestly, maybe I'll do that with a different story, like a different project, because I'm already working with the 4X structure for this one, and so maybe I could try that with another project. So I wasted some index cards, and index cards ain't cheap. And I got these from Walmart. Picked these up at Walmart. I know I could have went to the dollar store, but I really like this brand of index cards because of how they feel, and they're very durable. So, anywho, I am going to make me iced coffee. I just went ahead and put out the structure of the arc template. The structure of the arc template. I'm trying to hold this at the same time. And mind you, I have an entire tripod. So I just went ahead and put this in here, and then I'm going to go in and fill in all the information like I did before. But I want to change up a bit of the story. So I'm going to take some time to do that today.
Is that he's unsupervisable and he spins the best, but they would start.
Hey y'all. Hey friends. So today is the day after Thanksgiving. I know I'm sitting like mad low. But it's the day after Thanksgiving. I hope y'all had a good time in whatever you chose to do. I did. I had me a real good time. So I ended up, well, I already planned what I was doing like a couple weeks ahead. I watched Lord of the Rings. I took 2 naps. I made myself a seafood boil. Made me some limbus bread, which was absolutely amazing, and had a cup of tea with it as well, in honor of watching the Lord of the Rings. I ended up watching the extended editions, and I was only able to watch the Fellowship of the Ring and then Two Towers, which I didn't get to finish because in between me taking naps. Yeah. So right now, before I get started on doing some writing, well, revisions, the plotting, I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my breakfast bowl. It's some cheesy grits, sausage and eggs. I need to go get a new fork because that touched my foot. But yeah, so I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy this. I made some coffee. It's okay. I prefer to have hot coffee right now as opposed to iced, but I'm still gonna drink it anyway. And we are going to get busy today. So minimal talking for the rest of this video, and hope y'all enjoy what I think is called a montage. Yeah, let me go get another fork because it fell. Okay, y'all. Um, it's definitely been a couple of hours. I have successfully completed Act One in terms of writing down all the beats and then getting the scene cards done. I started on Act Two, and this is, I think, not I think, but this is a really great way to really view your story from a bird's eye view. I know I've done the sticky notes before, but seeing it this well, the sticky notes was to help me plot, to bring out my ideas for this story and to help build out just different things. But as I am working towards um draft two, this method of cards, like this is really great. I know I have everything written down on a computer, but actually seeing all of the beats and then the scenes happening on the cards is helping me develop more creativity. I have two scenes that I'm going to move towards another location in the book, and then I actually came up with a different scene that will better fit this story. And then at the end of Act One, the enticing incident, I think I'm not official on this, but I think that I'm going to scratch that because it just doesn't fit in this part of the story and I don't know where else to add it. So I left the card blank for the enticing incident because I don't know if I want to keep that there. So I'm going to keep thinking about it. But what I want to do is completely finish out writing out all the cards for all of the acts, well, the beats and the scenes. And I'm pretty sure that once I have that down, this is going to be really solid. Well, something else I showed you all in the clips, the subplot of this story is involving wolves, werewolves to be exact, the lore of werewolves. And so, what I have been doing, what I've always done, is to take a look at how wolves are actually in nature. Because a lot of times when I read stories about werewolves, and I like stories about werewolves, it's it's typically the same type of werewolf type of story where you have like this alpha male and then you have these mating ceremonies and you have an omega she wolf and like things like that, and I'm like, I'm not trying to build a story like that. The subplot is werewolves, but I'm not going to have an omega she wolf, or like my protagonist, and I can share this, she's not a wolf or part of that lore of whatsoever. So um just really with this story, just making sure that my protagonist's plot blends in with the subplot, just to make sure it's right. I think I'm saying this correctly, but anyhow, but yeah, so that's why y'all saw a couple clips of some wolves, because I am really trying to incorporate more of a primal aspect into the story and not make it so, I mean, yes, the werewolves in my story, werewolves, they obviously have human aspects, but I really want to try to incorporate more of that primal instinct of wolves and how they hunt, how they kill, their hierarchy, just like some other different things, attributes about them. Like for example, when you see werewolves also too in movies or whatever, their tails look like a dog tail, but wolves in nature their tails are flat. So it's like things like that, there's small things like that that I want to make sure I incorporate. That's not a big deal to talk about in a story, but for me wanting to have illustration within my novel, that's something important that I want to detail, just to, because it's just fun and it just seems a little bit more realistic. So but yeah, but that's why y'all was seeing some wolves, because I do some research and things on the side about how things are. Well, just how certain things are. So that's why y'all was seeing that and started to share that with y'all. So, but yeah, but I am done for today. It is five, no wait, three. I did not know this camera was this far in. It is 3:56 right now, and I am going to be done for the day. Um, typically, because since it's Friday night, I would stay up and like be in here all evening in this room and work on this. But do need to give myself a break, refresh my mind. I do not need another cup of coffee, and I just need to enjoy other things. So I'm going to go finish watching Two Towers, the extended version, and then start the Return of the King extended edition, and that will probably literally be my entire night. And I think I might do my nails. I am deciding if I want to or not. Um, but I probably will, knowing me, just because self care just feels really amazing. So, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Thank y'all so much for watching my video today. If you would like to see more of my content of me and my journey to becoming a indie author, please hit that subscribe button and make sure the notification bell is on so you're notified every time of when I post a video. And if you like to follow me on my Instagram page, you're more than welcome to at Beauty and Writing, where I'm trying to be a little bit more engaging on there. It's just really hard coming up with content. It really is, to be honest. But I'm getting there. So, but anywho, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your night, evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Just make sure y'all have a good rest of the day, and I will see y'all next week.